Hello world, Dave here, you may call me Modown Joe. Welcome back to Let's Play Cthulhu Saves the World! And we're back here in Last Town trying to pick up that chest that I forgot. 2 1-ups. The things that you want but you never need to have. Anyway, I guess we'll just meet you outside after, now that we got that. Okay, so the game wants us to go to this town of Providence. You know what? Everyone's telling us to go to Providence. Forget it. I want to explore a swamp. Some people say it's daft to explore the swamp, but I'll show them anyway. Anyway, we have some new enemies. Puke zombies and tentacles. Tentacles are nothing to worry about. Puke zombies, we could probably just think of them as weaker fat zombies, or stronger regular zombies. Whichever is your preference, but overall they're just gonna die to fireball and tentacles and all the same. Alright, let's just go exploring the swamp. There's a nice little bonus dungeon here. 10 battles, not much to worry about. It should be very quick and dirty. Most of the bonus dungeons actually have a very low random encounter counter. Even the ones that are multi-tier have multiple floors. So you'll only have to deal with 10 or 15. So it's all about finding the loot, not so much about the unique enemies. Although there are some nice unique enemies, like some centaurs and orc captains. Although these guys are pretty much just random brutes. The orc captains, though, do have some abilities that the regular orcs don't. They can buff their allies, so, you know, they're a little bit problematic. They also have, in the spirit of most of the orcs, they also have a lot of HP. So if you're going to be taking out the orc captains just because they can boost the teammates, you're going to be kind of struggling. In fact, some of the buffers in the late game have buffing enemies in the late game have a lot of HP, so I'll be pointing those out once we get to those, but I'm just going to warn you now, it's not going to be super easy to take out the buffing enemies. Anyway, now we got some more new enemies, cutesy snails. These are kind of like the snailies from the first dungeon. Nothing to worry about, just go ahead and tear them apart like they're nothing. Hell, you can even with Sharp's pathetic magic, he and Umi together can two-shot him. That's why, ladies and gentlemen, I stick with the water trident over the poison trident. That boost to water to flood is just that good. Anyway, some more new enemies. Werewolves! These guys have a lot of HP, and they are also relatively fast and hit relatively hard. So, thankfully, just waylace them in whatever manner you can form. I do not believe they have any specific weaknesses. They might be resistant to darkness. I'm not 100% sure on that though. So just make them priority number 1. The captains are also kind of annoying, and if you're like me, then the snails will just die in the crossfire or whatever. Well, those poor snails. I don't get why they decided to reprise them, make like a palette swap version of them that's slightly tougher. It's like, do you even care? They're gonna die really easily. I mean, every dungeon's gonna have super weak enemies that we're gonna have to just grind on, but even still. Anyway, here we're gonna learn a new ability, Drain Strike, which is pretty much exactly what you get. And we got a choice between Seal Strike and Seal for Umi. Most bosses are immune to Seal, so I would probably just take the area of effect one rather than the damage plus Seal effect. So, I mean, it seems like a better idea for me anyway, in my mind. Anyway, even though most of these bonus dungeons are pretty much just ways to get more loot, there's not that much loot in this particular one. This chest is surprisingly spacious. It looks like a boss arena. I mean, I know this isn't an action game, boss arenas aren't that common, but I still like it. Anyway, we got some more new enemies. I don't know Japanese, so I'm not going to pronouncing it. Oh, my karate teacher. But these guys are kind of like their counterparts in the first dungeon. Weak to water, nothing fancy. Just their ways into the Igatazumis. Is that how you pronounce it? Well, it's a good thing I didn't take Japanese as my second language in college. Italian was my secondary language, because, well, I come from an Italian family. Although, being from New Jersey, I think that's probably a dime a dozen. Or at least it used to be. But I don't talk about that too much nowadays. That's sure. Alright, those guys were easy enough. Glad I managed to get that all off my chest while those pathetically weak enemies died. Overall, though, there isn't too much. Like I said, there isn't that much treasure around here. Just what was in there, and the granite blade for Sharp, which is something that we are going to be really useful for. I mean, look at that vitality boost. Look at how much physical defense that gives him. And a little more strength, too, which isn't that bad. But really, it is a tank now. I mean, between that and the hilt, he's just... There's not much that's going to be doing much physical damage to him. Too bad the boss does mostly magic damage. Well, what do you think? There's going to be a boss in this dungeon. He probably designed one. I mean, you figure what. Anyway, save up before you open that chest. Trust me on this one, ladies and gents. Anyway, Flame Tome. Oh, that's real nice for October there. And there she blows, ladies and gentlemen. The boss of this bonus dungeon, the Fire Whale. Even though it is a fire whale, it is not weak against water or ice. They are essentially the same element in this game. However, it is weak to electricity, so October's Thunder spell, I hope she's learned that Thunder spell by now, will be invaluable. There's actually 2 different Thunder and Lightning spells, but whichever one you took will be invaluable. Although I honestly went with the one that deals 3 hits to random enemies. It'll act like a single target spell in this case anyway, so we're just gonna be... So it's gonna really build up the combo for that nice finishing blow that we will absolutely need. Anyway, he's weak to electricity. He has a lot of really damaging spells. Flood and Fireball are the 2 that come right to mind. You are going to want to be braced for those, especially Flood. Keep everyone healed up in case he starts flinging those around. And Smother, I'm guessing that's a physical attack. Hopefully Sharp will be able to brunt most of the damage. I do not think the Silver Hilt actually has any magic defense. I don't recall off the top of my head right now, but you want to build up that combo gauge to at least 30. If you are hitting with as much multi-strike and as much thunder and as much, well, I would probably have Cthulhu keep his HP up with Drain Strike, honestly. I mean, as long as we have it now, since we have it now. But overall, just keep multi-striking and thundering him and get his HP down as low as you can, so that way you can get in with a Fearless Charge. And you want to make sure to finish him off with that Fearless Charge, because if he follows it up with a Flood, you are screwed! Yeah, I'd say like 25-30 is a good number to build it up to. Right? That actually looks pretty damn good. I think next round we have him. Yeah, I would... Well, maybe. Yeah, okay, next round we will have him. Next round. Next time. Gadget. Next time. I do not know where that came from. Today is not a good day in the mind of David Smith. I will show you that right now. But this guy is about as good as toast, if judging from everything. Even though October looks like she might end up getting toast, but you know, one Fearless Charge and he is gone. Trust me on this one. I remember this battle like it was today, honestly. I did record this just today. Post commentary. Alright, we got him. Ooh, decent chunk of XP and gold for that one. Anyway, let's look at that tome that we just picked up for October. Yeah, it's a flame tome, so obviously it's going to boost fire, and what else besides that? Flame tome. Not the wet flame tome. Yeah, there we go. And fire and magic defense. She doesn't get any physical defense, which is annoying, but that is a really nice fire boost. That's going to make Fireball all the toastier. Anyway, let's just get a teleport out of here and back to Dunwich. Oh well, I guess that will wrap up this episode. Was a nice dungeon. Next time, we march through the Ghost Forest and see what is beyond that veil. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dave, and remember to stare down your white whales. Take care, everybody.